You can use all the baffles you want to, and they can be effective. You have to worry about where you put the feeder, and that's difficult. Even in my own yard, I found that very difficult because I want to be able to see the birds. That means I'm looking off my deck, and obviously the squirrels on my deck can get right to the feeder. Or in my yard, there's trees close by, and I have a little rock wall. Well, I put one near the rock wall, and they could get on that rock, good grip, jump to the feeder. So position was a problem. I couldn't put it where I wanted it. So it'd be nice to be able to put the feeder where you want it and still stop the squirrels. There's a way to do that. Simply put a food the squirrels won't eat in the feeder. And, yeah, right, that's not possible. It is possible. One of the foods I'll mention is safflower seed. Kohl's has safflower seed. We've been selling that for years. And the main reason to sell safflower seed is most squirrels won't eat it. If they do, they eat it sparingly. They just don't like it for whatever reason.
And it's great for the starlings and all that. They don't really like it too. I love it.
Yeah, side benefit is most blackbirds, starlings and grackles, do not like safflower. Don't really know why, don't matter. They don't like it. So you can put safflower in, a lot of the birds will eat it, but the squirrels will tend to leave it alone. The blackbirds and starlings will tend to leave it alone. And that's a great benefit. You will find that some of the other birds will have a little problem with it. You can't compare safflower to like cold sunflower meats because everybody loves sunflower meats. However, the safflower is still a good seed. Cardinals absolutely love safflower, so that's the number one bird that's going to come to your feeder. That's a good thing. Now, you can also see other birds there will come and eat it, but not quite as many birds as you'd get with sunflower meats. So safflower is a good way to go. It's available in a lot of stores that carry the Kohl's.
Yeah. And so, of course, you want to talk about the hot meats.
Absolutely.
And you kind of came up with that whole thing because of the
Yes.
squirrels, right?
Absolutely. This was something that Kohl's came up with a long time ago. And I love this package because it just looks so nice.
know.
I want
Yeah.
You should buy it for the package. But these, you can see they've got that little reddish tint. We've talked about them before. And this is pure sunflower meats. Everybody loves it. Every bird will eat it. And so will the squirrels. But we coated this, infused this with habanero chili oil. High concentrate habanero chili oil. So it's extremely hot to the taste for mammals. Birds can't taste that. They don't have the receptors to pick up that heat. So they eat it with no trouble, but the squirrels and other mammals will leave it alone.
And for the most part, and as Elaine Cole, your daughter, has said before, some people say, oh my gosh, my squirrels ate it.
Yeah.
If an animal is hungry enough, it will eat anything.
Yes.
So
Yes.
nothing is foolproof. None of these
No.
things are foolproof. But for the most part, yeah, they don't like it. They won't eat it. But it doesn't hurt them. We want people to know it doesn't hurt
I've
them.
been feeding that in my yard for over 10 years. And I think one year I had a batch of squirrels that came out and they seemed to eat it fairly well. It didn't seem to be their favorite thing, but they ate it, 2 or 3 of them. And I thought, well, this is not good. But within 6 months, those squirrels had moved on or died off or died from heat or something, and they weren't a problem anymore.
Right.
The next batch of squirrels that came along, no problem. And since that period of time, I've never had a squirrel who sits and eat it. We do hear that every now and then, so I want you to know that it is possible. It's probably temporary. It may be a really young squirrel or extremely hungry squirrel. That'll go away, and this will be a really effective product. The great thing is you can put it where you want it.
Right.
So that makes it, this is what I use on my back porch.
And you have all kinds of products that you can mix with the hot, or to make hot meats, right? Yeah.
Well, you can use the hot meats totally by themselves.
Right.
And now we do have a product, speaking of foods that squirrels don't like. You might have your own special blend of food that you want to feed. Who knows what it is, doesn't matter. But the squirrels will eat it. We have Flamming Squirrel Seed Sauce. It's really
There it is.
right on cue. Look at this. And
Right.
of course, it's the same type of oil that we use to infuse the sunflower meats for hot meats. And we knew people wanted to be able to put it on some of their own seed. So we bottled this stuff. There again, extremely potent. So you put it in, you put it to your own seed, you mix it up, put it out in your feeder. You can make your own squirrel-resistant food with that.
Yeah,
And
with it,
very
with any
popular
type.
product.
Yeah,
Very
and
popular.
just to let you know, Elena Jim Bronson says he wanted to comment and laugh along with this, saying no taste receptors, just heartburn.
Yeah, maybe a little heartburn. Yeah.
Yeah, and so that they won't do it again.